Okay, again, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to the participant and also to our speaker today, Miss Ayu Shahira. So today, welcome to the for the STEM Plus training participant. Today is the last STEM Plus talk series. And to everyone who is not the participant, welcome. And today we are going to talk about how to polish your resume and also the LinkedIn profile. Okay, so I would like to introduce our speaker for today. So Miss Ayu Shahirah Salim. Okay, she is currently the user interface and also the user experience designer at BP. As we know, one of the well-known oil and gas company. And then she is also currently a PhD candidate at the University Technology Petronas. Okay, if you like to know, Miss Ayu has a very impressive number of followers on LinkedIn. She has around 47 to 150,000 followers. But actually, the number is getting increasing from day to day. And also, she is also actively giving the career talk and also the doing the resume review for the fresh graduates. So up until the February in 2022, she has helped around 350 fresh graduates to secure jobs. Okay, I think and I just want to confirm is Miss Ayu is already here with us.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. All right. So the floor is on you now, Miss Ayu.
Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, especially when the event is on Sunday, right? You can do other stuff, but you choose to join our event today and learn about LinkedIn and resume. Okay. First of all, of course, just now, our thank you to our MC for introducing me. But of course, I think the best person to introduce myself is me. And also, today is a career coach, right? I think it's good if people see my CV first, yeah, because I think before we start anything, we need to energize everyone so that everyone get inspired and also willing to learn something new, right? Okay. All right. So okay. Wait, I'll be introducing myself again. All right. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. Um,
Yes, yeah, we can see that. Yeah.
okay, thank you. All right. So my name is Shahirah Salim. I graduated on May 2020. I shared that letter. I am a proud Sarawakian. My hometown is Miri, Sarawak. So any one of you come from Sarawak, yeah, do let me know. Okay. I'm my workplace is in Bangsa South, but I'm moving to KLCC very soon. Anyone who go KLCC want to meet me, let me know. You can lepak-lepak, hang out and all, right? Okay. And currently, I'm working as a UI UX designer at BP. And at the same time, I'm also a student of PhD in information technology at the same university that I did my degree as well, which is University Technology Petronas. Okay, so for those who don't know my company BP, what is BP stand for, right? Like why is it like just two letter? All right, so BP is one of the top oil and gas company in the world. So this is how BP logo looks like. And then I did my internship in ExxonMobil. So BP is based in Bangsa, which is near UM, and Exxon is based in KLCC. All right. Okay. So during my degree time, I love to join a lot of competition compared to joining event because I feel like if I join competition, I can get some money, right? So from the money that I gained from my FYP, which is around 20,000, I managed to pay my first house last year. which is kind of amazing because like everyone need to do their FYP, right? But I take the opportunity to make it as a business, right? Okay, so anyone want to know how to make money from your FYP, you can DM me or LinkedIn as well. Okay, so my this is my educational background. So as you can see here, I graduated on May 2020, which is 2 years ago. But then my convocation, we just did it on December 2021. Okay, so those are my result. And yeah, fun fact, actually I studied in University Malaya before during my foundation. So I stay in KK11. Yeah. Okay, and then working experience, yeah, this is UI UX designer. So yeah, if anyone wondering what is UI UX stand for, UI stand for user interface, UX stand for user experience. So if you have any website, right, we are the one who design all those buttons, font, colors, and everything before giving them to the developer. Okay, so if you see like YouTube, right? The reason why uh, children able to use YouTube without teaching them, without us teaching them, is because of a good user experience. Okay, all right. So actually, I'm on a program called Digital Graduate Program. Um, so currently I'm on my second year. Actually, during my first year, I work as a data engineer. So basically, what data engineer do is we gather the data and then massage the data by making them same type. So you can combine them as a graph, okay, something like that, and then so that you all the leaders, all the top leaders, able to present it to the other stakeholders, okay. So just in case if anyone wanted to be data engineer or maybe UI UX designer, right? Okay. All right. So during my internship, I did my internship in ExxonMobil. I work as an email engineer. Maybe, yeah, I don't receive or send email daily. What I did is that I manage their server and making sure that our main communication tools works fine. For example, let's say if our colleague is in US or maybe UK, right? We want to send email. Of course, the email should be in real time, right? Not like you need to wait for 2 to 3 days just to receive the email, something like that. All right. So yeah, I delivered a project in Iraq before. So fun fact about people that work in Iraq, they rotate every 2 weeks. For example, this week you work, these 2 weeks you work, and then after that another week you don't work. You will rotate with others, something like that. It's quite interesting, right? Okay. The reason why I want to share about my Exxon Mobil is because yeah, that's when I started to know how to apply job properly. So during that time, I get to know some of the HR, and then I asked my HR friend, how do I get into oil and gas company exactly after my graduation, right? Then they one of the most important tips that they give to me is, you need to apply as soon as possible. Okay, you don't wait until you graduate. It's because for me, after my internship, I need to study again for another year. So I'm worried that maybe after I graduate, right, I might not get any job as soon as possible. So I really want to secure one so that I don't have to think once I graduated. I just want to work on directly, right? Okay. So yeah, I follow the advice. I applied job 1 year in advance after my internship. And during that time, I did a lot of mistake, like during the interview, being too honest, and then sometimes like I didn't know much about the company, and then maybe my expectation is too high. For example, like the salary itself is not realistic and all, something like that. And then like eventually, I learned a lot from my own mistake. And yeah, Alhamdulillah, one semester in advance before I graduated, I managed to secure a job in DHL. Yeah, that's the reason why I did why I joined DHL, because I really want to join oil and gas. So DHL is like a place where I'm waiting for the next opportunity. But then DHL is a good company lah, I would say. It's just that my dream since kid, since I'm from an oil town, right? My Miri Sarawak, so I really want to join oil and gas. Yeah. So alhamdulillah, after 6 months of recruitment process, now I'm in my company right now. Okay. Actually, there's a lot of my friends coming from UM actually, in BP. Yeah. So any one of you want to know who they are, you can let me know. Can do networking. All right. Okay. So eventually, after I got my job, I feel like I'm one of the person that is very lucky to get a job during pandemic. So that's when I started to promote how to get a job properly on LinkedIn, because I think like it will be helpful if you, because I feel sad when I see a lot of fresh grad after they grad, right? They already pay so much for their degree, but they can't get the job that they want. So that's how I started my LinkedIn journey. Oh, sorry. That's when I started my LinkedIn journey, and then yeah, up until today, yeah, from 0 followers on May 2020 up until like I already have around 57,000 followers within 2 years. Yeah. All right. Okay. So today I want to share with you two things. Okay, because we only have like not much time. Maybe because I feel like I need extra 10 minutes at the back just to do Q&A. Okay. So I'll be covering two things, which is the first one will be resume and also LinkedIn. All right. Okay. Why LinkedIn and resume? Because when you wanna work, these are the two things that you need to prepare first in order to get started. Okay, the interview will come after after your resume and LinkedIn help you to get the interview, right? Okay, so usually student, right, when they want to do a resume, what they do, they will Google how does a resume look like. So they will Google and then they look at this kind of sample, which is like, okay, have a very circular profile picture, and then a lot of icon, a lot of colors, all those this fancy design, and then got rating some more at the what at the skills and all. Actually, yeah, this is a wrong format of doing resume. Why? Because when you apply a job in a big company, right, the first thing that they will do to your resume is not giving them to HR directly. Okay, so what they do, they will put your resume in a system called application tracking system. So what does application tracking system do, right? So what application tracking system is like, you just imagine it's like a Tinder, you know? Okay, but then it has mark to it, meaning to say like the company itself will give a job description, a requirement that is needed for the particular position, and then after that they will take your resume and then try to match as many keywords as possible. And yeah, some of them are like synonym or something like that. Okay, so if they're able to get a quite high number of keywords from your resume, matching with the job description and job requirement given by the company, then your mark will be very high. So those who have the mark, those who have among the highest mark will will pass to the interview, or maybe will pass to the next stage. All right, so that's how it works. Okay, so many students, even though they're very smart, they're very intelligent, they are a high performer, they have a very good CGPA, didn't manage to get a job. Why? Because of their resume. Okay, especially when they want to apply for a big companies, right, and then they have this fancy system, right, but then we don't know how the system work, and then you simply do your resume format, then that's the wrong thing to do lah. Okay, because all of this, even though it sounds very like simple and everything, but a lot of my friend didn't manage to get a job because of their resume format. Okay, so if you see all of this format, please don't follow it. Okay, the reason why is because it's not ATS friendly. Okay, okay. If you know, when you when you do research, right, when you do assignment, right, what we always do is we control F. Okay, we control F like this. Okay, so we control F and then we will find a keyword. So let's say any particular keyword lah that you want to find, right? So for example, I want to find award. See, uh, um, okay, PDF will highlight the word that we want to find. Okay, so meaning to say this is ATS friendly. Okay, the computer able to read what you try to say. Okay, but then if I want to search something like this, which is like image, right? Yeah, you cannot do that because it's an image format. All right. So not only this, but then it's also including it's also include some of the things that is near the um, picture. Okay, so let's say if you have a lot of icon, something like this, then sometimes they can't even for example like this, right? Sometimes when you try to control F, you're not able to search those who are in this particular box. Okay, so that's why we need to we need to minimize the design of the resume. Okay, so yeah, it need to be as simple as possible. All right, so since today we have a very short period of time, so I just go straight forward. Okay, this is how a good resume looks like. Okay, it is very boring, I know, and it has only two colors, which is black and blue. Okay, there's a reason for everything in this resume. Okay, I designed this resume for my clients that do resume review with me. All right, okay, so for example, okay, the first thing that you see here is the picture, right? Okay, why do I encourage all Malaysian to put picture? Is because we want to avoid toxic environment of working. Why I say like that? Because sometimes when people always say like, oh, some people don't want to put their picture is because they don't want to be discriminated because of their look. Actually, for me, when you don't put your picture, right, you might be able you might get into trouble because like for example they see your name and then they talk like, oh, maybe for example they're very racist to Malays, for example, right? They look, maybe some of us, they our name is more like English kind of name, maybe like Natasha or something like that, and then we send as we submit our resume, maybe they think that we're not Malay or something like that, and then they hire you, and then they found out that you're a Malay, and then all of the people in the company don't like Malay, for example, right? Or maybe don't like Muslim because they cannot drink or something like that, right? Then it will be very hard for you to work there. So I think it's better to take to put picture so that they know how it looks like and they will accept who you are as a person. Yep. All right. So yeah, I would suggest you to put your picture, and it's good for branding as well because when you use picture, you can also put the same picture on LinkedIn. So when they stalk your LinkedIn, then they will able to see, oh, this is the same person. Okay, all right. So after you put your picture here, make sure your picture is HD and then the background is empty or maybe less prominent, and then your face should be 60% of the picture. All right. Okay. So this is where you put your name. Okay, make sure your name is in dark blue. Why dark blue? Is because blue is the only color that blind color person can see. Okay, we want our resume to be accessible. So let's say if HR got eye problem, right? Then even though the HR got eye problem, they can still read your resume. All right. Okay. That's the reason why you see all of the social media blue in color. See, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, yeah, even Mark Zuckerberg also colorblind. So yeah, so there's a lot of people colorblind in this world actually. So we want to include them to read our resume. Okay, so make sure you use dark blue or maybe blue color for your title. All right, don't use other color. Okay, next is address. So address, you can put city and also the state. Okay, let's say if you want to apply for overseas, then you put your country. Okay, don't ever put full address because later you might get kidnapped. Okay, we never know who are going to look at our resume. Okay, next is phone number. So you can put phone number here, email, and LinkedIn. Okay, one of the mistake that Farhan did was the email should be clickable. Okay, you see the LinkedIn link. The email is also should be in blue color, and yeah, it's a clickable link. Okay, so that when they want to email you, they can just click on the email itself without the need to copy and paste and then send your email. Okay, that will be many clicks, right? So we want to make other people's life easier as well. Okay, next is objective. Okay, some people put summary, some people put objective, right? Okay, I would suggest you to do objective because resume is already a summary of yourself. Because you just imagine, right? You live in this world. For example, like my case, I already live 25 years, right? Or 25 years on this earth, but then you need to cram, you need to pack everything within 2 pages. Yeah, that is already summary, right? Why do you need to put summary profile again, right? So you can just put objective, okay, just to let the recruiter know what you applying. So in objective, I always suggest my customer, my client, to put three sentence. So the first one is like just an introduction about yourself. For example, like Farhan did two. Okay, he did listen to me. So an engineering graduate with strong problem solving skill and expertise in electronic processes and application recognized and blah blah blah, something like that. That is the first one, introducing himself. And then the second one, you say that what you want to apply. Okay, aspiring to seek for an entry-level engineering position in electronic field. Okay, so you just put, let's say if you want to put it more customized, you can just change that electronic field to the company name. Aspiring to seek for a software engineering position at BP, something like that. Okay, so the third one would be, when are you going to start working? When are you available? Okay, so available to start working on 1st March 2021. Okay, let's say if you already work, maybe you have Food Panda work or something like that, right? So what you can do, you can also do something like this. Okay, available to work with 3 months notice period. Okay. Mm, all right. Okay, next, as you can see here, we have educational background. Okay, so the usually we will arrange it in reverse chronology. Okay, what does reverse chronology means? Okay, the one that is up to date, the one is like the latest one should be you should put it up followed by the previous one. Okay, so for Farhan, his degree is the latest one. That's why the degree is on top, and then followed by the diploma and also SPM. Okay, maximum should be 3. Okay, no need to put that much, no need to put your SK, no need to put your SK lah, your what, primary school education. Okay, it's not important. All right, next is working experience. Okay, I know that some of you might not have working experience, but yeah, I will share with you how to cover this working experience part. But then if you already did your interns, then you can also put. And also if you have part-time, go ahead, put it. Okay, because you're a fresh graduate, they don't expect you to have like 10 years of experience. All right. Okay, so forgot I forgot to share. So for educational background, how you arrange it is that this is the institution name first, and then you bold it, and then after that you put the date here, and then what is your course. All right. Okay, make sure to arrange it. Sim what? Make sure to standardize the format. Okay, so the date should be to the most right side, and then you see what he did. Actually, this one should be standardized. For example, if you spell it full, for example, like April, June with E, then September with EMBER, then everything should be full. Okay, so wait, let me show my. Okay, so as you can see here, yeah, if you do full spelling, then you put full spelling. If you just spell the date with 3 letters, then everything should be 3 letters. Okay, try to make it as standardized as possible. I know it's a small matter, but some HR, they're really particular with all the details. All right. Okay, so make sure you spell your date correctly. Okay. Okay, as you can see here, this is also the same. You put your institution name here, then after that, followed by the date on the right side, and then this is the title, right? Okay, this is the job description. Okay, so what you did in your experience. So try basically, I would suggest people um, to quantify, but sometimes maybe it's very hard for you to quantify it, right? Because if you're able to give percentage or maybe numbers, it will be very good. But then for his case, he don't have it. It's okay. All right. So what you can do here, you need to make sure that you use active verb. Okay, what does active verb means? That you need to put a verb in front of each of the sentence. Okay, it's supposed to be past tense for everything, okay, because this thing is already happened. But then if it's present, we need to say you still working with the company, you should make it present tense. Okay, so as you can see here, design and develop, it should be past tense here. Jig blah blah blah, no 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 no. Okay, supported the production line and blah 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 blah. Okay, so for the point itself, the maximum that you can write is less than 10 points. It shouldn't be that long. Okay, the shorter it is, the better lah actually. All right. Okay. One more thing people might not notice is that if you put full stop here, then everything should have full stop. Okay. If you don't put full stop, then everything shouldn't have full stop. Okay. Try to make it consistent. Okay, same goes to the others one. This one also arrange it based on arrange it in reverse chronology. Okay, all right. Um, Okay, next is the second page. All right. Maybe some of you might not have any working experience. So you can focus on your research project. Let's say if you want to apply for internship, then you can focus on your research project. Research project include all the stuff that is related to your course, okay? Not the extra curriculum, okay? It's different. Okay, for example, like your assignment project, your competition project, your event project, you can also put it here. Okay, for example, like if you had already did your final year project, or maybe you did your group project with your friends, yeah, you can put it here. Okay, so you can put the type of the project here, and then this is the title. Or maybe you can do the other way around, but try to make it standardized. So the second one will need to follow the format of the first one. All right. And then the description itself is almost similar with the working experience. Okay, you need to make sure you put the active verb here: self-learn, carried out, explored, and learned, conducted. Okay, don't do passive sentence, because passive sentence, they sounds like it, it sounds boring. Okay, for example, like I say, uh, in-depth literature was carried out to understand the project. So it doesn't looks like it's active. Okay, try to make it as active verb. So when people read it, it's like, wow, this guy is very performer like that. All right. Okay, as you can see here, there's a finding. So finding is the things that you learn from what you have learned from doing the project. Okay, basically you can just copy paste from your conclusion. Okay. All right, so you can also add your awards and achievement here. So for me, I will, if you have a very good number of award and achievement, you can also do something like what I did. Okay, and then but then if you feel like, oh, I don't want to put that much, I have 5 but it's quite high. So what you can also do is that you can also just put top 5 of your achievement, and then after that you can just put description. Okay, so something like okay, wait, let me open my LinkedIn. Okay, I want to show you my previous resume. Okay, okay, so it looks something like this. So you can put, oh yeah, like this. So you can put something like this. So you can put the title, champion for global idea hack data global consumer intelligence challenge. So you can just put some of the description here. Okay, so usually I would suggest you to not focusing on what you do. You focus on the explaining about the event, because the event sounds more perform when rather than when you share the things that you do during the event. For example, competition, right? Usually hackathon competition or maybe business competition, more or less you do the same thing. So for me, I think it's not that attractive. So better I just share what is the event about, especially when you have a very high profile event from international event, right? So you can do something like that. Okay. So you can also put at the back, you can also put after objective. But if you have a very good achievement, you can also put at the back. Okay, you can also put in front to make it to make yourself unique. So when they read it, of course they will think that you are very like outstanding person, outstanding student. Okay. All right. Next is extracurricular activities and involvement. Okay, so you can list down either something like this, or maybe you can do the one that I shared just now, which is you put some description, but then maybe choose like top five, top three, something like that. Okay, and then you have skills. All right, skills. I will share you mine. Okay, this is the skills part. Okay, so basically, you need to categorize your skills. All right, so that when people read it, they already know this is programming, this is for software, language, and others. All right, okay. Don't okay for skills, right? You can only put those who are um, the skill should be hard skill, not soft skill. Okay, what's the difference between soft skill and hard skill? Soft skill is those who you can get the skills that you can get when you do something, which is like more to experience based. But then for hard skill is focusing on things that you really need to learn in order to get that skill. For example, like all this Microsoft 365, SharePoint, ServiceNow, you need to go through, you need to learn how to do use it, then you have this kind of skills. But then for like leadership, time management, everyone can write that, right? Yeah, so try to put all of your hard skill instead of your soft skill here. And then we go to reference. Okay, so you can put minimum two, maximum two reference. Okay, so you put their name, their position. Okay, and then after that, where they work, and then email and also the phone number. Okay, make sure you include these two what we call that information. Okay, for Farhan, he didn't put the email. All right, and then the email itself, of course, need to be clickable as well. All right, so this is how a good resume looks like. Okay. Okay, let me share this resume. So when you want to do it, you can follow. All right, I'll share this one as well. Admin, can you hear me? MC, can you hear me?
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
okay. Because suddenly my internet.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Still online.
Okay, cool.
Right.
All right. So I'll share this, okay, because we need to cover LinkedIn after this. Okay, so the first one would be Farhan's resume, and then this one is my previous resume. But don't follow this format. This one is not the best one, the best format. Okay, and also I think you need cover letter. So cover letter also you can just copy paste mine. Okay, you just change to your um to your information. Okay, because we're more to practical person, right? I don't know, for me I love practical rather than just theory, so you can just take whatever you want to take here. Okay, you can just copy paste basically. LinkedIn, all right. Okay, people will ask me like, why do I need to do LinkedIn? I feel like I can just secure job without even doing LinkedIn. Okay, so I will share with you today why you need to start earning in. Okay, All right. So the first one, of course, I want to share what is the difference between LinkedIn with the other social media. So for me, I use, as you can see here, the first one would be Facebook. So Facebook, I use Facebook to stalk my mom, because I know that most of the Facebook user is quite old if compared to us, and why they use Facebook is actually Facebook user interface, which is the one that you see is catering that kind of age. And then if you want to do business, Facebook is still relatively uh, Facebook is still you still able to do business if you do on Facebook, because there's a lot of audience that is already 30 plus there, and then they have more money than those who are in Instagram. Okay, and yeah, that's why if you want to find, like, you want to buy something in bulk, or maybe you want to start business, you want to find supplier, Facebook is good, okay? Because you can find this kind of people on that platform. All right. Next is Instagram. So Instagram usually is more to visual kind of content, it's picture content, okay? You can follow your favorite celebrities. Like for me, I love BTS, I love Blackpink, Kim Kardashian, and all. So I always watch their, I always scroll their Insta story, Insta and all, just to see their updates. And then yeah, I get inspired by them, right? Because they have a life that we don't have yet, right? So for example, you want to stay in a hotel for the rest of your life or something like that. Yeah, you can find this kind of people on Instagram. Okay, and then we if you feel emotional, you can find some of the quotes, okay, that can make your life is more more jiwang lah, more emo like that. Okay, so that's how I use Instagram. Okay, next we have TikTok. So TikTok is more like a place where you don't have to even think to digest their content. It's more to video kind of content. So sometimes when we watch TikTok, right, we don't even realize that the day itself already become night because we just keep on scrolling, 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 scrolling. Okay. So for Twitter itself, it's more to text content. Okay. So usually people will share their thoughts. For example, like they will, for example, they want to talk about politics. They can just write down. Okay. For me, I always imagine, if people say Twitter, I will imagine the icon itself, which is like a bird talking, right? The person or the people that use Twitter is almost similar like the bird of the icon. They always talk, 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 talk. Okay, so they can talk about any random things, like maybe love, or maybe ghost story or something like that. That's his Twitter lah. Okay. Okay, next we have LinkedIn. Okay, so if I ask some of the grads, some of the student, right, what is LinkedIn for? Usually they will share with me like, oh, I know LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a place where I can apply for a job, right? LinkedIn is a place where I can find all those favorite people, right? LinkedIn can do networking, LinkedIn can do this and all. It's more to like, that's why I assume that LinkedIn is a place where I can do my professional growth, okay, my career, okay. If I want to think about my career, LinkedIn is the right place, okay, something like that. Okay, okay. So many people just think that, oh, LinkedIn is just for applying job. Okay, actually LinkedIn is more than that. Okay, based on LinkedIn research, there are 93% of recruiters use LinkedIn to research and recruit candidates. Why? Because when you submit your resume, the 2 page of resume is not enough. They want to know more about you. Okay, for example, if you know how to play football, right? It's not really related to your course. Maybe there are more important content. You cannot put it inside your resume, or maybe you won an award. Yeah, you can put that you won award there, but you cannot share pictures, you cannot share what you did in order to get the award itself. Okay, because all of these things is, for me, is an additional information. If you can give this kind of additional information to the recruiters, to the HR, it will make the possibility for you to get chosen by them higher. Okay, because it will for sure will make you stand out from the others. All right. Okay, so that's where LinkedIn help the resume itself. So you need to do both. LinkedIn, you need to make sure your LinkedIn profile is good, and at the same time you need to make sure your resume is the best. All right. Okay, So, one of the opportunity is to brand yourself as a subject matter expert. Okay, for example, like my case, I'm not even someone from HR background. I'm coming from IT background, right? But then people trust me to give career talk. For example, like talking about LinkedIn, talking about resume, talking about interview, cover letters, and all. Even though I'm not from HR or even recruitment. I'm just a fresh graduate that already worked on for almost 2 years, but not even working in a recruitment, right? But then people always invite me for to be a speaker is because I consistently share content about job hunting on LinkedIn, and then of course people will think like, oh, if I want to find if I want to get a job, I need to find IU, okay, because I know that IU knows a lot of stuff based on the content that they digest every day that I shared on LinkedIn. Okay, so like same goes to like my friend as well. So let me share with you one of the sample of a subject matter expert. As you can see here, Dr. Ang Shuman, right? Data science head. Okay, so Dr. Ang Shuman always shared about Dr. Anshuman always shared about data science, for example, like this, Tableau cheat sheet and all. Okay, this is the okay, when you read this kind of post, right, this content, right, of course you will think that, oh, wow, Dr. Anshuman is very good in doing data science. I learned a lot from him because of his post. Okay, so let's say if anyone want to hire someone, right, of course they will choose Dr. Anshuman to be the data science head because they know that what are the things that Dr. Anshuman shared, and also he already have the community of data science in his LinkedIn, something like that. Okay, so this kind of footprint, we call it footprint because like when you step on a sand, right? You can see your own footprint after you walk, right? So same goes to LinkedIn as well. So this, for example, when you see your own post and everything, right? Uh, when the recruiter stalk you, they're able to see the same thing that you see. Okay. For example, today you join this event, right? The STEM and Plus Talk series. Polish your resume, and then maybe after a year you want to apply for a job. When the recruiter look at your resume, look at your LinkedIn, they already see, oh, 1 year ago, this is the event that, for example, Ida joined, for example, right? So um, you have the footprint, and this is like a proof that your resume is legit. Some people might lie in their resume, but then since we have the footprint, then we can see that it has proof that you did that within that period of time. Okay, and because of that, people okay, let's say if you keep on sharing consistently the same thing over and over again, same topic, then people will assume that you're a subject matter expert. That is one of the things that you can do on LinkedIn. All right. Next is opportunity to connect with companies you want to work for and employees of those companies. So, for example, if you want to join Petronas, you can just go to Petronas, and then after that, you can see what are the things that they're working on. Okay. For example, you see here Petronas, and then yeah, if you want to know more about Petronas, let's say if you have interview with Petronas, you can read it here. Because sometimes one of the interview question would be, what are the latest things that Petronas are doing right now? What are the initiative that Petronas are working on? Something like that, okay? So you can see all of this information on LinkedIn, all right? The other social media is very hard for them to share, okay? Because it's not focusing more on the corporate side, right? All right. And you can also see what are the opportunity of the job here. Okay, some of the job here. And if you want to do networking with their employees, you can just click on the people tag. All right, where are we just now? Okay, this one. Okay, so next is opportunity to connect with others in your network who may know about position that will interest you. So for example, like me myself, I used to have a dream to become a data scientist. Okay, so from LinkedIn itself, I try to talk to some of the data scientists that I know. I just know that actually, if you want to become data scientist, you need to have at least master or PhD. So before this, when doing my degree, nobody tell me that. I thought with degree only you can just become data scientist. No, you need to have master and PhD, then you can become data scientist. Okay, that one is a legit data scientist, especially when you want to work in a big companies. All right, so you can get this kind of information from those who already have the position that you want. All right. Next, opportunity to be seen by recruiters who are researching and contacting qualified candidates for opening they have right now. Meaning to say, for example, if you applying job traditionally, for example, maybe you put 200 application, you apply via email, you apply via the job street or something like that. Yeah, you can get a job, okay, but the job that you only get is within the company that you applying for, okay. But then what happened to the company maybe outside of the application, maybe the company you might not know, but then they can pay you better. Maybe if you join company A that you applied, you can get around 3K, but then the company that approach you through LinkedIn, maybe you can get around 10K ringgit Malaysia, for example. Okay, yeah, it happened before with my friend actually. Yeah, that's why I feel like this is a very good opportunity that people should know about it. Okay, so for example, um, and then when you apply that 200 right application, you can also top up your profile view, your search result on top of it, so that usually people that have LinkedIn profile will get job faster than those who don't have, or maybe their LinkedIn profile is half done, meaning to say they don't put effort on their profile, on their LinkedIn profile. Okay, so yeah, these are some of the opportunity. All right. So I already shared about the difference between the social media and then the opportunity itself. Okay, so right now I want to share with you how do you prepare your profile to make sure that your profile is ready for the job hunting. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you click on setting and privacy, and then click anywhere here, and then click on data privacy, and then click on job seeking preference. Okay, then click on application setting. Okay, so here is the place where you need to upload your resume. So yeah, actually not many people know. Actually, LinkedIn has two type. Okay, LinkedIn, the normal LinkedIn that you see right now, and another one is LinkedIn Talent Solution. So recruiters, especially the big companies, they will use this LinkedIn Talent Solution to find you. Okay, so if you don't upload your resume here, it will be hard for them to find you. Okay, and also like if they want to know more about you, they will need to message you or something like that. Okay, so better put here. And of course, some of people they wonder how do I hide from my boss that I want to apply job outside. I don't want to let my boss to know I'm applying for a new job. So how do I hide my resume? I don't want to post it, right? Okay, so what you can do, you can put it here, save, and then click it on, make it on here. Okay, switch it on. All right. Okay. So I repeat again. Here, you open me, and then after that, setting and privacy. Click anywhere, and then that data privacy, job seeking preference. Click on this job application setting, and then upload it here. Okay. So after you already upload, of course, you need to prepare your LinkedIn profile. Okay, there's a lot of things here. Okay, usually before this, we used to have this all-star status here, but then LinkedIn already removed the user interface. So basically, all-star means complete. Okay, based on LinkedIn research, if you have a complete profile, you are 40 times more likely to be found than compared to those who have half done profile, because in order for LinkedIn to recommend you to a very good opportunity, a very good recommendation of networking, they need to know more about you, right? So if you don't provide them enough information, enough keywords, then it will be very hard for them to recommend the right thing for you. For example, if you're an IT student like me, but then my LinkedIn is half done, LinkedIn might not, LinkedIn don't know where I study. You didn't put where you study, right? Then of course LinkedIn will think, maybe LinkedIn will just randomly say, oh, maybe IU is an accounting student, or maybe IU is just Maybe Ayu is working as no, maybe Ayu did study in architecture or something like that. Then you can see all those recommendation, the weird one that is not really suitable for you. Okay, so we don't want that. That's why you need to put info all the information needed so that LinkedIn can customize it for you. Okay. Okay, as you can see here, this is what we call banner. Okay, so for banner itself, you can put like a picture. Okay, so for me, I put this fiber optic so that people can focus on my face when they open or visit my profile. Okay, so you can also put like your picture here and then put some quote and everything. But I would suggest you try to not use text much because this is like our front of house. We don't want to make it back, make it minimalist, right? Okay, so if you have any picture that can attract people's attention, for example, you took picture with Tun Mahathir or something like that, or maybe you took your you doing work in the lab, something like that, or maybe you work in a very good office. You can put those kind of picture here. Okay, so yeah, basically any picture as long as it's HD. All right. Okay, next is your profile picture. This is the most important component on your profile picture. Why? Because anything that you do on LinkedIn, this will be the first thing that LinkedIn will show. All right. For example, I did a okay, this is some what this is Farhan post, right? Okay, and then you see when I like this picture, when I like this post, my face will come out. Okay, and also when I comment on it, my face also will come out first. Okay, your profile picture will be shown first. Okay, so if you have profile picture that is very far, it cannot be seen, then it will be very hard for them to look at you. Okay, and for example like this, right? It's too far. Okay, you need to make it. Okay, he need to cut it here. Okay, this is my dad, by the way, so I can comment on his LinkedIn profile. Okay, so okay, next, what are the characteristic of a good profile picture? So the first thing would be um, the background should be plain, okay, and make sure you use the same picture for your resume or CV, okay, and then your face should be 60%, your face and your body should be 60% of this circle, okay. People want to see your face, not your body here, okay. That's why it's called profile picture, okay. And then I learned from my mentor Shinir Murray that has 2 millions of followers on LinkedIn. He said try to find a picture that is symmetrical, okay, because based on psychological research, those who have symmetrical face is being assumed attractive, okay, for human. So if you, that's why all those celebrities, they're willing to pay millions of ringgit, Malaysia, millions of dollars, just to do plastic surgery to make their face symmetrical, okay. So try to find picture that way you look forward, okay. And then of course make sure you smile, okay. We don't want to hire people that looks very fierce, don't want to talk with people, it's not approachable, right? Okay, so try to smile on your profile picture. Okay, next is, this is the name, and then as you can see, next of the name, we have pronunciation function, pronunciation name function. Okay, this pronunciation name function, you can actually pronounce. You can just read your name so that people know how to pronounce your name correctly. Because LinkedIn is a global social media, right? Some people, they don't know how to pronounce our name. Okay, but then for me, I would suggest you to put a short message instead of just saying your name. Okay, because LinkedIn give us 10 seconds. So instead of saying Ayu Shahirah Salem only, so you can put like, hi, my name is Ayu Shahirah Salem. I'm looking for an internship this year. Looking forward to the connection. Something like that. Okay. So this is what you can do with this icon. All right. Next is headline. Okay, so headline we use to list down all the keywords that you think when people search you, they will use that particular keywords. Okay, for example, like my case, UI UX designer, VP service automation, and blah blah blah. Okay, so don't ever put seeking for opportunities, or maybe, for example, right? You say you are software engineering student. Software people, when they search right here, right, they will not search software engineering. They will search software engineer. So make sure you use the right keywords so that you will be included inside the search result. Okay, so let's say if you haven't become a software engineer but you want to become a software engineer, you can put aspiring in front. So you not yet become engineer, you inspire to become an engineer. Okay, so you can put aspiring software engineer. Okay, right? So, but for my case, because like PhD student, blah blah blah, because people can search information technology, okay. But this PhD also people will search PhD student. People do search PhD student, but not for a degree student, right? Okay, so try to put the keywords that you think people will search you, and arrange it in based on your priorities. Okay, so your highest priority should be the front part, followed by the least priority. So yeah, you can mix it up, because for example, because we're human, right? Sometimes we have interest in other field as well. Maybe you love to cook, then you can put cooking here. All right, okay, so people know what is your interest. So for me, even though I'm a like IT person up here, but I also love recruitment and also helping people to get a job. Okay, and I did video editing before as well as my freelance video, so that's why I just put it like this. Okay. Okay, analytics. So you can see here, this is the things that I said just now. Okay, opportunity to be seen by recruiters. All right. So when you have this, imagine you apply for 200 application, right? Then you top up with this around 20,000 profile view. Of course, the possibility for me when I apply for a job to get chosen is much higher, because people know my existence in this world, right? So we want to make sure that everyone has this top up from LinkedIn. Okay, so this will increase your possibility to get chosen. Okay, it's like when you sell a kuih, right? When you sell something, you just sell it in front of your neighbor. That's how it looks like when you just apply for traditional in a traditional way, send emails, send through their job website and blah blah blah, lah, something like that. But then if you have LinkedIn, it's like having a billboard on KLCC like that. So people know your existence in this world, and then they will be able to reach out to you if they're interested in you. Okay, you don't have to promote each of them. Like if your neighbor, if your neighborhood, maybe you need to say hi, belilah like that, right? You need to shout to them and all. Maybe or maybe some of them they don't even know you or something like that, right? But then for if you have billboard on KLCC, people already know. Oh, I think this kuih very good lah, because they already have what they have billboard in KLCC, something like that, and people willing to try those product that is being suggested on KLCC billboard rather than just looking around randomly, right? Okay, so at the same time, you have this search appearance, right? Okay, so within a week, you see there are 630 6,300 plus time my profile appeared in the search result. So when I want to apply for a job, it will be very easy for me. Okay, so these are the keywords that people use when they want to find I'm included in the search result. Okay, top companies your searcher work at, and then the top title, the job title. Okay, for these top companies, right? Okay, let's say if you have like particular companies that you really want to promote yourself, try to make sure that it's included inside here. Okay, for job title, when you want to apply for the job, usually you need to include those who have HR, position, talent acquisition, founder, something like that. Okay, because like my case, I want to focus more on student. So meaning to say, what I'm doing on LinkedIn is correct, because yeah, most of the things that I post basically being digested by student. Okay, so you make sure this is you need to make sure that the name of the job title should be the one that you aiming for. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is creator mode. So as you can see here, we have some hashtag, right? Okay, so basically if you want to do content, you want LinkedIn to prioritize your content, then you can switch on your creator mode. Before this creator mode, LinkedIn only give to those who have more than 5,000 followers, but right now if you consistently sharing content, even though you just have like 1,000 followers, you can also get it already. Okay, the next is featured. Featured is the place where you can put something unique about you. Okay, in business term we call it USP, unique selling point. Okay, for me myself, my unique selling point would be having a lot of viral posts. So that's why I put my post here. But you can also put newsletter, article, link, and also media. Maybe you got featured on television, or maybe you got featured on magazine, and you can also put it here. Okay. But of course, if you don't have any of the other option, you can just put media. Okay, so they have instant access to your information here rather than they need to scroll more or maybe find it like a treasure hunt. Okay. Next is activity. So this part, they're able to see what are the things that you do on LinkedIn. Okay, that's why I always suggest people to be active on LinkedIn at least 15 to 30 minutes every day, just to populate this. Okay, so they know what kind of information, what kind of language you use to interact with people. Uh, for example, you put like you put comment, right? When you talk to people, they can see what kind of language you use. And then next is they're able to see those posts that you love to read. Okay, so for those who want to find a job, right, I would suggest you to like something that is related um, to your course. Okay, so when recruiters talk you, they can see, oh, Ayu is really love IT. She read a lot of IT stuff, something like that. Okay, so that's how people stalk on LinkedIn. Okay, oh my god, I already exceed the time, but okay, let me just wrap it up here. Okay, this is the summary. So make sure your summary is as simple as possible. Okay, no need to use complicated English, bombastic word and all. Make it simple, easy to digest. Okay. And then we have experience. Okay, let's say if you're a student, of course you don't have this kind of experience, right? So what you can do, you can try follow what Nazrul did. As you can see here, Nazrul shared event that he joined. Maybe if you suddenly become, if you have freelance job, apprenticeship, okay, you can also put it something like this. Okay, but then I would suggest you after you already finish your after you get your first job, maybe you need to delete it already. Okay, because this is a lot of the things. Okay, when recruiters want to search you, they want to focus on your job experience, not your event experience. Okay, so for fresh graduate, it's okay because you guys don't have working experience yet, so we need to highlight the other experience that you have. But then when you already work, try to focus on the work experience. All right. Okay, something like this. Okay, next is education. Okay, so put until your primary school is also can. Okay, if you high performer or maybe you always constantly get good result, 3.5 above, you can put it here. So to show your work ethics. Okay, but then if your CGPA is not that good, it's okay. You don't have to include it as well. All right. Okay, but if you high performer, make sure you put it, okay, so that they know that okay, you are very good work, you have a very good work ethics. Okay, that will make you that will give you extra point when they stalk your LinkedIn. All right. Okay, next is skills. Okay, for skills itself, you just need to list down all the skills that is related to you. Okay, some people they ask me, do I need to get endorsement? Are you actually no need? Okay, because you can just ask your friend to give you endorsement, right? So it doesn't really add value there. So as long as you list down, okay, LinkedIn can have the access to all of your skills. It should be fine already. We just want to get LinkedIn uh, to give us a very good recommendation and also opportunities, right? So make sure you list down all your skills here. Okay, next is recommendation as well. It's good to have, but it's not really something like you need. It's not a must. Okay, if it's an optional thing, if you have it, it's okay. If you don't have it, it's still fine. Okay. Next is publication. So for me, I put my final year project here because I publish it on IEEE. So you can also edit here and then maybe your lecturer, the other author here. Okay. Next is the project. So project, you can cover your event project, your competition project, your assignment project, the things that you put on your research project just now in the resume. Okay, you can put it here. Make sure to put the project that you know, so that when you want to do interview, you can go rank it. Some people, right? Some student they come back to me and say, "Ayu, I didn't manage to do proper interview just now because when they ask about the project, I didn't I'm not able to talk about it because I don't really evolve." So make sure you know really good what are the things that you do on each of the project. Okay. Next is honors and award. So you can put it here if you have some award, and then language. And this one is being populated by LinkedIn itself. All right. So once you already complete it, then you're good to go to apply for a job. Okay, how to apply for a job? Okay, this one will be the last one. Okay, because yeah, you just need to search here software engineer. Okay, and then click on jobs. Okay, so you can apply. All right. So how to apply? You just click apply. Okay. I wish I can cover more, but yeah, we already exceed the time. I'm so sorry. We exceed 8 minutes. Okay. Thank you so much for listening to me today. Sorry if my internet is not stable because I'm not sure why my LAN keep on off and on. I don't know why. I hope you learned something from me. If you have any question, you can ask here, or maybe if we don't have enough time, yeah, we you can just simply ask me on LinkedIn DM. Okay. All right. Back to you, MC. All right. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Ayu, if we can just spend just another few minutes because we have the question on the chat box from
Yeah,
Alia.
sure, sure. No
Yeah,
problem.
she just asked about in the resume for the educational background, can we put only degree? Uh, like
Okay. For educational background, I would suggest you to put minimum 2, maximum 3. Okay, so for example, at my case, I have PhD, right? I skip my master, so I put only 2. So my PhD and my degree. Okay, if you have master, you can put like PhD, master and degree. Okay, you need to put the extra educational background also because we want to make it related. For example, how do you get into you need to have foundation, you need, or maybe you did your diploma, or maybe A level or something like that. Okay, they want to know your pre-U as well. So try to include the other educational background also. Okay. uh, all right. Alia also asked for the reference, ada yang cakap kena letak person yang benarkan untuk dijadikan reference. Someone without permission. Okay, yeah. You need to ask permission from them. Ask them whether you can become my reference or not. Because nanti when you get a job, right? um, they will call your reference, because to do background check, especially when you apply for a big companies. Okay, so just imagine that, for example, you put your lecturer name there, and then suddenly they ask you, "Oh, hi, I want to do background check on Ayu," and then after that, and then the lecturer say, "Who is Ayu? I don't really know her. I don't think I'm the right person to become the reference." So it doesn't look good on you as well, right? It doesn't good impression on you. So try to put, if I would suggest, try to put lecturer that you close with, maybe the one that helped you for FYP, or let's say if you did your internship, you can put your boss or maybe your supervisor. Okay, so when they call the reference, they're able to talk about you lah. Okay, to validate all the things that is on your resume. All right. Yeah. Okay. Do we have any other question? Oh, dapatnya tak ada. You can unmute yourself also if you want. Okay, I think MC tak ada lah MC.
okay, I guess if everyone still have question, but maybe they don't have time to ask for now because it's already 11. But it's okay. You can just contact Miss Ayu through LinkedIn, I believe.
Yep. Feel
Uh,
free to message me on LinkedIn.
yes, yes.
Maybe dah lapar kot. Semua ni.
Yes, yes, yeah. I understand. Ahad pun. So maybe
Ahad
we
lagi
have
kan.
okay, we have other program after this. That's okay. So
Okay.
for one last time, okay, I think if everyone can open their camera so we can take like a picture. If everyone
Are you
already
guys on the campus now or dekat rumah? MC you dekat UM ke?
tak, I live near UM. I live in Pantai Dalam.
Oh, I live
Uh,
nearby as well actually. I live in KL Gateway Premium Residence, if you
Terus
know.
okay, 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 yeah, I know that.
Dekat LRT University,
Ah,
tepi je.
betul betul. Depan je kan.
Ah, depan je.
Okay, I will take picture. Okay, one, two, three.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I think that's all for our session today. Thank you so much. To Miss Ayu. I think we have learned a lot today. I'm also like um on time updating my CV while listening to your talk.
Okay, okay. Good luck,
I
good
hope
luck.
yeah. Yeah, I hope it will be useful to everyone and also to the graduates and the one who will graduate later in October, I guess. Okay, so thank you so much and see you all in the next time if we have other opportunities. Okay, thank you.
Thank you as
Bye.
well.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Bye-bye. 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 Happy weekend. Bye.